Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Some women just want a maintenance man. Some women just want a maintenance man. Look, you still get some guys out here who think, oh yeah, you gotta have that money and everything to get the women. No, you don't. No, you do not. Because some women, all they want from a man is the dick. That's all they want. Now, you got two general situations where a woman is just going to deal with a man on that level. One is when a woman, right? Well, you know what? Actually, three. Well, maybe three. I'll see as I get go along further. But the first situation is the woman got a husband or at least a boyfriend who's taking care of her financially. She got that. But for whatever reason, the sex might not be there. See, there's a whole bunch of sexless marriages. Yeah, they together and they might have had sex enough to get a kid and everything, and they, got the house, everything. She got everything. And there's plenty of women out there, especially who got a husband, who's making so much money, the women don't even have to work. But the women they still want that D. They still want that hot beef injection. They will get that man, and it could be, it could be, just some man around their age, or it could be some young guy, which a lot of them do. A lot of them will get, whose sole purpose is to run up in them. That man don't have to spend any money. His sole job is to give them maintenance sex. His sole job. Shoot, she'll be the one who might have him come over her place, or she might be the one who will pay for the motel. He don't have to pay anything, and she ain't going out with him to hang out. She don't need to go to dinner with him. His sole purpose is to fuck her. And it could be wherever. It could be in a storage room at the same job they work at. That's the sole purpose. That's all she wants is the D, right? Now, that's one scenario. Another scenario is this. For all the talk of men making money out here to get women and impress women and stuff, something that people ain't talking about. See, one of the problems is too many dudes are too focused on these broke women. A lot of these women ain't broke. I know one woman now. She just had a house built. That's how much money she making. And then I know another one, she's younger, who's having a house built. She even sharing pictures of it on her IG. They don't need a man's money, but they need a man's D. And I ain't say three, but you know what part of it is? A lot of those women who got money, if they don't need that resource from a man, they tend to be more independent in everything. Or they been married and they ain't looking for a husband. They can support themselves, so they don't need a man's money, but they still need to have a man run up in them. And that's the thing to understand. So they just want a regular maintenance man. Sometimes women will call it a service man or something. All he had to do is come over. In fact, I remember I did an event one time. I met this woman. She had a $500,000 house. And this was over a decade ago, right? And that was then. So the same house is probably worth a couple million now. She had her car, she had her business. All she needed was a young boy or some man with stamina to go up in her. She needed maintenance. Indeed, I remember somebody I know, he's in some like richer circles. He was talking about the women who were in those circles would specifically get them young boys that they could sponsor. Maintenance. Now tell me something, where does the maintenance man have to spend any money? He don't have to buy clothes. The woman will buy it. In fact, I'm gonna tell you a good example of it. There's a Netflix show. It was from Spain. It was called Toy Boy. And in the first, it was about this male exotic dancer who got framed for a murder and everything, right? And the storyline was him trying to figure out who really killed this particular person, right? But the thing was, at the beginning of the story, he got picked up by this rich wife. And she actually took him to a place and spent money on him, bought him clothes. But his main job was maintenance. Indeed, that's how a lot of gigolos get started, right? In that maintenance game, because that's all the woman want. She either want that, she just want that D, or she got her own money. See, you understand something? Let me get back to that money thing, because a lot of guys so focused on it. This just a reality. Only women who are just gonna be broke out here are some of these like more lower class women or working class women who were in some type of service job that got knocked out by COVID. But you got women up here who are managers. They got their money. They got their car. What's a man gonna hand to him? What is a man gonna hand to him other than some D? I mean, we just got to deal with that reality. And that's all they gonna want. And that's just based on lust. And ain't a few of them either. I've been getting stories for decades up to this moment about men being, it could be a literal maintenance man. It could be a man who's working as a literal maintenance man in a luxury apartment complex or something. And a bunch of women in there who are like, got the money, got the cars and everything, and they just want some maintenance. That happens a lot. People got to just deal with that reality, right? People just got to deal with that reality, understand that. The situation, it really just come down to sex. It really just come down to sex. That's why I'm always emphasizing it. Everybody else want to emphasize all this other shit. That just tell me they ain't getting enough. Or they got to work hard for it. But, and that's why I emphasize body game. Because if you take an honest look at the men who are getting it like that, they in their best shape. Now, yeah, you can get some play if you ain't in that great, fitness model shape. You can get some play, but you're going to work harder. And only other way get around the shape thing is if you're a damn near psychologist. And that's another level of game I don't really go over. I don't go over publicly. I never do. Don't ask me to. And I ain't going to teach you. I don't care how much money you pay me. I don't do it unless I know you very well. So, but just back to the whole maintenance the man thing. That's all the women just want. Some women just want that. Yeah, there's some women who do want money, but that's one group. Some women who want whatever. Those are other groups. But some women, they just want that regular maintenance. They only want a relationship. They ain't about some love. They want that dick. And to the point they'll pay for it. So, always understand that. So, anyway, that's all I got for today. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.